Today I'm going to take you through the solutions of one of the paper from 11 plus book. Let's get started. Paper 1, question number 1. 57 plus 14 plus something which gives you 100. So your step number 1 is to add these two numbers together, which is 57 plus 14, 7 plus 4, which gives you 11. So you carry the 1, 5 plus 1, which is 6, 6 plus 1, 7. So adding these two together, we get 71. So now we can just write it down here to see that what we need to do next. So we know we have to add something into 71 to get 100. So if we move forward, you will add that something into 71. But if you go backward from 100 to 71, you will do the opposite of plus, which is minus. So you will have to take away. So your starting point here, which is 100, 100 take away 71 will give you this missing number. You can use your column method to take away. So this is 0. You can't take away 1 from 0. You have to borrow from next door. That will give you 10. 10 take away 1, which is 9. And that is 9 now. 9 take away 7, which is 2. So your missing number is 29. Just to double check your answer, you can add 71 into 29. If you do get 100, that means your answer is correct. So 9 plus 1, which is 10. Okay, question number 2. 1000 minus 325 is equal to 600 plus something. So you need to find some number. When you add into 600, you should have this equal to the other side. So first of all, we can just label them as the right hand side and left hand side. This is my left hand side. This is my right hand side. So we need to solve our left hand side first. You can take away 325 from 1000. So again, we can't take away 5 from 0, so you have to borrow 1 from here. That will make 10. 10 take away 5, which is 5. So these two will be 9 now. 9 take away 2, which is 7. 9 take away 3, which is 6. So this is 675. So I know my left hand side is 675. So now what would you add into 600? So we get 675, which is the same to the other side. So obviously we have to add 75. When you add them together, that will give you 675. Okay, question number 3. 4 times 3 times 1. So first of all, you can multiply 10 by 3, which is 30. 30 times 4, so 3 times 4, which is 12, and then you add the 0. Question number 4, 30 times 50 is equal to something divided by 2. So we can solve your left hand side first. First, you need to make sure you label them. So 30 by 50, so you can ignore the zeros. Simply multiply 3 by 5, which is 15, and then you have 1 0 here, another 0 here. All together we have 2 zeros. So we have 1500 on left hand side, and you need to make the same on your right hand side. So you have 1500 on your left hand side. Then you need to think about that. What number would you divide by 2 so you get 1500 on your right hand side too. So if we go forward, we divide. So if we go backward from 1500 to the missing number, we will do the opposite of division, which is multiplication. So you will multiply 1500 by 2, that will give you 3000. Just to see how I'm multiplying in my head is that I am just ignoring these zeros and I'm just multiplying 15 by 2, which gives me 30. And then we have two zeros here, one zero here. Altogether we have three zeros. That is 3000. So this missing number is 3000. So half of 3000, which is 1500. Question number 5, you have 4.5, 6, 7.5, 9, and then you need to find the next number. So we need to see the how first term is increased to the next term. So how much we are actually adding each time. So we know from 4.5 to 5.5 is actually 1. But we need to go to 6. So from 5.5 to 6, we are adding half, which is 0.5. So altogether, how much we are adding? Which is 1.5. So the difference between the first term and the second term is basically 1.5. And then you have to do the same. So you will add 1.5, 1.5, and 1.5, which will give you 10.5. Okay, let's have a look at question number 5b. So we have the sequence which starts from 46 to 38 and 30, then 22. Yeah. So now we need to think about that if you go backward, you will be adding. So the easiest way to do this that we know, looking at 30 to 38, we have to add 8. And then you need to think about how much we add into 38 to get 46. So from 38 to 40, we are adding 2, but we need 46. So to get to 46, we will have to add another 6. So adding these two together, all together, we are adding 8. So which is the same here. So we need to work out the next number over here. So that time we have to take away 8 because we are going forward. If you're going backward, you're adding. If you're going forward, you're taking away because the pattern is decreasing. The pattern is going down. Yeah. So you can use your column method to take away 8 from 22. So we can't take away 8 from 2. So you have to go to your next door neighbor to borrow 1. So that makes it 12. 12, take away 8, which is 4. And this is not 2 anymore because we borrowed 1. Now this is 1. So 1 take away nothing, which is 1. So my next number in the sequence is going to be 14. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at question number 6. So the first one is done for you. So we know this is a full circle, so half of it is shaded, so that is gonna be 1/2. Okay, part A. So we first of all we have to make the equal slices, we can see that this shaded part is not actually exactly the same as we have this white area over here. So we need to split this. Oops. So now we can see that we have equal slices. Let's count how many slices we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So altogether we have 6 slices, and my denominator is going to be 6 because it's out of 6. Now we need to count how many shaded slices we have. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can see that in the list we don't have 4 out of 6, so we have to simplify. So we have to break it down. We need to think about which timetable fits into both. So we can say 4 and 6 goes to 2 times table, so we can divide top and bottom by 2. How many 2 fits into 4? That is going to be 2. How many 2 fits into 6? That is going to be 3. So it's gonna be this one, A. Okay, let's have a look at part B. So first we need to count how many slices we have all together. That is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is again out of 6. So how many are shaded? Which is 2. So that is 2 out of 6. So this is B. Part C. So here again we know that this shaded part is way bigger than the other slices, so we have to split this over here. Excuse my drawing, it's not very accurate. Okay, so now we can count how many slices we have all together. So there are 5. Yeah, so this is gonna be out of 5. So how many are shaded? Which is 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 out of 5. So the first one is going to be C. Okay, let's have a look at part D. So we know that there are 4 slices altogether, and 1 out of 4 is shaded, and that is going to be 1/4, which is over here. Okay, question number 7. So we need to underline the numbers that are multiples of 3. So there is a rule to check whether any number is a multiple of 3. So what you have to do is that you have to add the digits. So 6 plus 3, which is 9, 9 add 0, which stays 9. So 9 appears in 3 times table. So that means that 360 is also a multiple of 3. So just to check, you can do the division over here. How many 3 goes to 3, which is 1. How many 3 goes to 6, which is 2. And then we simply add 0 over here. So we will have no remainder. That means 360 is divisible by 3 without remainder, so 360 is a multiple of 3. Yeah. Okay, so 471, we will do the same. We will add the digits together. So 7 plus 4, which is 11. 11 plus 1, which is 12. So 12 appears in 3 times table. So we can write our 3 times table over here. 3, 6, 9, 12. So 12 appears in 3 times table. That tells me that 471 is a multiple of 3. So what multiple means? When you divide 471 by 3, you will have no remainder. Yeah. Okay, let's check for 23. So 23, 2 plus 3, which is 5. So 5 does not appear in 3 times table. So 23 is not a multiple of 3. So we won't underline this. Let's check the next one. So 35. For 35, 3 plus 5, which is 8. 8 does not appear in 3 times table, so that will now be multiple of 3. Okay, so 150, so adding 1 into 5, which is 6. 6 appears in 3 times table, so that is multiple of 3. So for 41, 4 plus 1, which is 5. 5 does not appear in 3 times table, so 41 is not a multiple of 3. So the last one, which is 81, 8 plus 1, which is 9. 9 appears in 3 times table, so 81 will be multiple of 3. So I will underline that. Okay, let's have a look at question number 8. Write the following decimal numbers in digits. So part A, we have 402 and 400ths. So that will be written 402 and 400ths. So we need to know our place value here. So we know this is ones, this is tenths, this is hundredths. So anything after decimal is tenths. So the spelling is different. So before decimal we have tenths. After decimal there will be tenths, which is much smaller than tenths. So then we have hundredths. So if we place our numbers in our place value chart, so we know that this 4 will go under hundredths. So 0 will be under tenths and 2 will be ones. So the place value for 2 will be ones. So anything after decimal, which is 0 in this question, so that will go after decimal over here. So the place value for 0 is tenths and the place value for 4 will be hundredths. Okay. Okay, question number B, 8B. So we have 700 and 2072 and 7/10. In this question, it will be easier to start from the back. So if you look at 7/10ths, so 7/10ths, so tenths is basically anything after decimal. So we have the column for tenths, which is over here. And we know the place value for 7 is going to be tenths. So 7 will be placed over here. And then we have decimal. So this is out of our list. Then we need to look at 72. So 72. So we know that the place value for 2 will be ones and the place value for 7 will be tenths. So I am going to place my 2 over here and 7 over here, and that is gone now. Next I will be looking at 2000. So that is 2000. So I know that the place value for 2 will be 1000. So 1000 is over here. So I will place my 2 in thousands column. So we don't have any number over here, so that will be 0. Yeah. So that's out of our list. Now we need to focus on 700. So 700. So the place value of 7 is going to be at 100,000. So that will be here. So 700. So to make it 700, so 0 will be placed over here. So that's how you will write. Okay, question number 9. So this is about substitution. So we have 3a plus 10. So when a is equal to 5, we need to replace our a with 5. So in algebra, if you don't have any symbol between number and letter, that means this is multiplying. Yeah. So 3 times 5 plus 10. So you multiply them first, which is 15. 15 plus 10, which is gonna give you 25. Okay. Right, part B. So, which is 96 minus 7a. So, a is equal to 5 again. So, we have 96 minus 7 times 5. So 7 times 5, which is 35, and then you can use your column method to take away. So 6 take away 5, which is 1, 9 take away 3, which is 6. So the answer is gonna be 61 for this, and that is 25.